Hey everyone, today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on the Papermate ballpoint pens. They're super simple to work with and I love the fact that they still have the clip attached. So to start off, we're just going to pop off the clip. You can use a pair of tweezers or a sharp needle and just simply poke it and the clip will come right off. Make sure you pull out the ink and the spring that's attached so you don't lose that. Next, you're going to use whichever device you'd like. We offer our clip check bundle at trulydivinal.com. That's super simple to use. All you have to do is slide the pen onto the clip, attach a clip to either our easy handle or a clip check base, and then you're ready to work. Next, I'm going to be using Prime Time from Counterculture. It's an amazing primer that has one-step coverage. All you need is one coat, and you can mix it with other colorants. In this example, I'm going to be using Counterculture's dispersion color, and I'm using Sangria for this one. I'm just going to mix a tiny amount of the Prime Time and the dispersion color together, and then I'm just going to use a paintbrush and apply it directly over the pen. You'll see what I'm talking about here with its one coat coverage, and it's ready to go. You can use that to apply your glitter or inks, whatever you choose as well. So I'm just going to brush that on. I'm not worried about the hole for the clip because that's going to have epoxy and Prime Time over it anyway, but we're going to use an X-Acto knife to get that out. So don't worry, just make sure that you have it completely covered. You don't want to miss any spots. And then for my glitter, I'm going to be using Peachy Olive's Firefox. It's a deep, gorgeous red. Same thing with the coverage. It only takes one coat, so I'm just going to heavily sprinkle that on, making sure I don't miss any spots. I want it completely covered. And then I'm going to tap off any excess glitter because I don't want that when I epoxy. Lightly tap on the epoxy at first because I don't want to smear that glitter. Again, you don't have to worry about the hole because we're going to be using an X-Acto knife to clean that up at a later time anyway. So just using your epoxy, I use a glove finger, just make sure you get it completely covered. You don't want any uneven or missed spots. So I'm going to go around the entire pen making sure that it's smoothed out and even. Once I have my coverage to my liking, I'm going to simply pop it off the easy handle and then directly onto our base. For this step, I am going to add just a little extra chunky glitter on this one. So I'm going to take off my glove because I find that using my bare hand instead of a gloved hand is easier to get more even coverage using the chunky glitter. So I'm just going to lightly sprinkle some on all around the entire pen, turning it so I get it where I want. And then once I'm happy with my coverage, I'm just going to pop off the clip and pop it directly onto the base and then let that turn overnight. That I've let the pen cure for the 24 hours, I added a second coat of epoxy here because I had the chunky glitter to cover. So I've let that cure for my 24 hours. Now I'm just going to go in with my X-Acto knife and I'm going to clean up that excess epoxy. So I'm just going to go around the edge gently as I'm just going to clean up the outer edge. A piece should pop off pretty simply, but make sure you're being careful. Don't cut your fingers. In this step, I'm going to use a hand drill to clean out the point of the pen so that the ink is able to go back in properly. I find the hand drill works best because it's a lot easier than using an X-Acto knife. So I'm just going to lightly use the hand drill, screw that into the base of the pen. It's a perfect fit, and then that little tiny piece should pop out. And then if you have any excess epoxy, you can also use a straw brush cleaner. I find that helps get all those little tiny bits out of there too. So I'm just going to go around quick with a straw brush cleaner, getting any of that excess epoxy out. Don't forget when you're using your X-Acto knife, make sure and get that little hole where the clip is going to sit. We don't want any epoxy there, so make sure that that is thoroughly cleaned also. Once I've gone through with my X-Acto knife and I've cleaned out the edge and also that little hole where my clip is going to go, as well as the point of the pen, simply reassemble by taking my ink with the spring attached already, slide that back into the pen, and that's it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial.